forgive doesn't mean you forget, but doesn't mean you cannot forget you have some kind of hatred. No, hatred won't bring you anywhere. If you cannot forgive that person, those kind of hatred will be there forever. If you keep on not sharing your problem, you're never gonna know. Maybe someone have the way to solve it.
Hello guys and welcome to the Inspiroqa podcast. My name is Karol Pitner and I'm the host and founder of this beautiful project. The idea of Inspiroqa is very simple: to inspire, to follow your heart, to be more happy. If you are looking for a motivation or inspiration, just listen to our podcast. Listen to the stories of these people you see behind me. Without further ado, let's dive deeply into these stories.
One day I was scrolling my social medias and somebody liked the video that I posted. And I was like, I never seen that person before. So, I do a little bit of stalking. So I opened the profile and there was some information that opened my eyes and made me curious about this person. And I was like, what if I ask this person to do an interview? So she said yes. And here we are today. So my guest is special. She calls herself indigenous woman of dark tribe. And you know what is so special about her? So unique. And I'm so thankful for having her here. She won a Miss Intercontinental Indonesia 2023. And her name is Friska Goldarina.
I think you already introduced my name. My name is Friska Goldarina, and I am Miss Intercontinental Indonesia 2023. Yeah.
Wow. How are you today?
Very good. Nervous. I hope I'm not going to talk too much. When I'm nervous, I cover my nervous by talking too much. And it's like sometimes it's becoming like kind of repetitions.
Yeah. But I think for this podcast, that's the best I can say right now.
Okay.
So let me start with your story. So you're coming from Kalimantan.
Yes.
Have you always dreamed in your life to become a model and even win like one of the biggest, let's say, competition all over the world?
Well, never. Like when I was a kid, it was so funny. Like I'm so addicted to books, to math. My mom is a mathematician professor. My dad is also a mathematics lecturer. My sister is a biologist. My brother-in-law is orthopedics. And I was like, I'm here. And I was very, how do you call it? Like in Bahasa Indonesia, we call it tomboy. Like I like to play with guys when I was a kid. Like cycling around, go to the big gutter to catch those frogs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I was like, now I'm looking back at that time, and I was like, did I really do that? No, I see a frog. I was just running away, and I was like, no, hell no. And here I am now, and well, a lot of background stories until I'm becoming who I am today, since I was a kid until now, teenagers time and adult time. Long time journey. Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're sharing your story that really happened to you, because when people see you like this, they put like a badge on you, like she is the winner of the biggest competition and she will be only like this. And maybe when she was a child, she was always like this, but they never ask about the story. And I was checking on information around the internet. It was everything. The one is not in English, but in Bahasa. But I didn't find any information about your childhood, So talking about this, have you always had some kind of support from your family or from your friends?
At the beginning, no. At the beginning, my mom and my dad was very academic person. So I used to join like English debating championship when I was in elementary school, junior high school, and then high school. And then I represented Indonesia in Asian English Olympics. But to be there, I have to prove it to them. Because my mom never come to my competitions, because my dad too. But, sometimes being a parent, you have your own point of view. Like, I want my kids to be like this. Like, they have that kind of maybe the ambitions from the past, or maybe the way they look the other kids or the other, which is normal. Like we cannot control someone else's brain or the way they think. So I totally agree, and I'm totally understand. But sometimes I feel sad. And then after that, I find a way. Like my mom bought me a dictionary, English dictionary, and I was so happy. My sister was like, "Why are you so happy? Like it's just a book." But it's not just because of the dictionary, but because, wow, my mom showing me a little support. Yeah, she's supporting me. That she gave me a blessing. And then after that, when I'm in the competitions in the province, regional, she came to my competitions.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like 100% nervous than I used to be. Like parents have expectations for their kids, and I'm sure if I become a parent one day, we just normal. Like we have different kind of parents because they are humans too. They have different kind of life, different kind of past and everything. So, but time after time, they supporting me, and then even though I didn't win on Asian Olympics, represent Indonesia, when I came home, she was like, "I'm so proud of you," and I was like, "Oh, that was the first ever I hear about my parents being supportive." Because it's still using your brain capacity, but it's not like academics. They don't like that I skip school too much because they are afraid if I will be too tired to catch up with the things in the school, and they don't know if I'm gonna be a debater for the whole life. Will it make a good money or work or because they don't know. I came from a small village. What they know is school is everything. Like that's your key, and that will lead to somewhere. That's what they believe because they are also an educator in the university. But somehow she realized that every kids have different kind of hobbies, capacity. So she understand that after that. Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. I'm happy that she changed her perspective, that she began to support you. And it's funny, like you mentioned about your family, your papa and your mama, they're both like teachers, followed by education. They maybe had some expectation, like you also become a teacher, so I feel like this. So they're going to have a stable income because in my culture, we had the same.
Yeah.
But if somehow we are listening to somebody like to gather intuition, like, oh, what if, I'm going to be a model? What if I'm going to win a competition? What was your biggest motivation to become a model? It was like, you just joined this competition and you suddenly won, or you already had some experiences with modeling before?
I never went to any modeling school yet before when I was a kid. So it comes to one time there was a competition in the school for being the ambassador of the school.
I see.
And they have a very good prize. But I was thinking, like, I want to go, I want to compete, but then I think my capacity for being English debater is not enough. Like, I saw the other contestants are so pretty, and I got bullied. They call me feral in the school because my jaw is long. Like, feral is the king of the Egyptians that always wearing this type of, yeah. Instead of calling me Cleopatra, which is very beautiful, but they call me feral. And even one teacher called me feral in front of the class. Because he said my jaw is, it's funny the way now the beauty standard, many women go, yeah, they do fillers for their jaw. And I was like, wow, it's funny, like after 10 years, everything changed.
Right?
Yeah, and at that time, I feel like I need to prove to them, like, that was wrong. Like, I have to prove to myself. That's how I supposed to see it. But, I'm just high school student. How can I have that kind of way of thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I want to prove it to them that, you know what? I deserve to do this. I am beautiful. Like, you gotta see everyone is beautiful. So when I was in high school, then I compete for the contest and I got the first runner-up because, well, the winner, of course, she's very beautiful. And when I lose, like, the teacher is still calling me Farrell. And I was like, well,
No matter what you try, they're gonna call it like this.
yeah. And I went back again to my English debating competitions. And again, I compete for Indonesia. And still, he calls me Farrell. And then some students also following what he said. And then that time I felt like, wow, I cannot make everybody satisfied with anything that I do. Like, doesn't matter. Doesn't, even if maybe I travel to the North Pole by myself, one day they will never feel enough. They will never feel satisfied. So then I realized that the only person that I need to be like, that I need to satisfy for is myself. Yeah, I need to be proud of myself. Like, it's okay. Like, not everybody's perfect. Maybe in his eyes, my face is not beautiful, but in everybody else's, many people wants to be like you or like him, or something like that. Yeah. So yeah.
So what helped you this time? Like, we can talk. No, I don't want to talk about the bullying because it's really toughest part of your life, and I don't.
Well, now it's fine.
Like, so
Maybe long time ago I might cry, but now it's like, well, maybe if I never got bullied, I'd never be like.
So basically, these situations made you stronger, or so that, and you proved them kind of wrong.
Yeah.
That's funny because these days I also been bullied at school. Like, somebody was stealing my snacks at school. Sometimes we got into the fight, like, especially not like physically, but like with the mindset, they were using some crazy words about me, and I was like, what else I could do? I was just 10 years, 14 years old, Then high school came, they were thought that I'm gay, but I was like, where is this coming from, man? Dude, you see, I had a girlfriend, I already had a sex. How can you call me gay, And I was like, just keep going, don't care about it, just let it be, But these days, some people got bullied, and it could especially affect their life, like talking about the traumas, So I'm happy that you overcame these traumas, and I see you are so beautiful, and I'm happy that you continue to this journey, and I'm so proud of you that you won this competition, and I guess and you are also proud of yourself, right?
For now, yeah.
Did you realize that you have a beautiful surname, Goldarina? You know all those first four letters are G-O-L-D, like gold?
Yeah, I ever asked my mom. It's actually not a surname.
Really?
Yeah, she named it. My baptism name is Agatha. And then because we're in Indonesia, we don't put our baptism name in the birth certificate. So go straight into the first name, Friska, and then Goldarina. And it's not very common in here to use the surname. But in some other province, like Sumatra or any other province, they use family name in that. And after your first and middle name. So Goldarina, and I asked my mom, like, why did she name me this one? Like, Goldarina, where it come from? And she said, Friska means sweet, and Goldarina, gold, precious, and Darina, dear. So you're precious and you're brave, but you're sweet at the same time to other people, like showing kindness and something like that. And she said, Ming is a wish.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like a pray everywhere you go. It's like a blessing everywhere you go. That's what she said. And I was like, all right.
It looks like this was the first support from your mom.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing your voice. I don't know, when was it? You were already, the surname, the Goldarina, you got it when we were already born?
Yeah, but I never really know the meaning. Like, never. I used to hate it. Because everyone was like having some kind of filler name at that time. And my name was Goldarina. And I was like, what is this? Like, I never used Goldarina. Never. Just use Friska or Agatha. Like, everyone asking my name, what is your name? I got the Friska. I never used Goldarina. But then, after I knew the meaning was very meaningful, then, okay, I'm just going to use it, like, because it's a blessing, right?
On it is different. I would say especially like because sometimes I study some astrological signs, the numbers, and when there is a meaning in some word, it means something. And when you have like a Friska, which means sweet, which is your name, and you have a gold, you have surname like Goldarina, oh my God, that's already, it was meant to be you're gonna win this competition. And maybe there's some future, I don't know, competition or something like bright future is coming to Europe. So I'm curious about how does an ordinary day look like in your life? What do you do from morning out till the evening?
These days,
Yeah, these days.
wake up, shower, breakfast, and do my daily activity because I'm working as a freelancing model, and then I have insurance. I'm an insurance agent, like for one company. So my daily schedule, it's not always a routine. So it keeps on changing every single day. But I do wake up and take a shower every morning. Don't worry, you guys. And that's my day, right? Breakfast, but not like heavy breakfast.
Yeah.
Coffee, for sure. It's like my brain doesn't work whenever I don't drink coffee. But then my heart is pounding too fast after I drink coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then after, if I have work that day, I'm gonna do it, and then went back home and Netflix. Sometimes I'm going out with my friends during the weekend, if my friends, because I don't really like going out alone, because there are some creepy people out there. So sometimes I went out with my friends. Like if they don't go out, then I'm just gonna fine. I'm just gonna do Netflix then.
What people say to you when they see you here in Indonesia? Are you just going on the street? You hiding yourself? You're going like from one place to the other one by car, just for a quick lunch and go home? Or you just like open-minded? Because whether it's, for example, somebody like you win one of the biggest competitions in the world here in Indonesia. And I know Indonesia is how they know, especially also the people from the other countries like me. When they see somebody famous, they want to have a picture, they want to do the interview, they want to do like this. Do you have it also here, and how do you approach it?
Well, more in Jakarta sometimes, but not really in Bali. And here, people minding their own business. Like, they don't really try to interrupt the other people. But yeah, sometimes if there are Indonesians here, like we call it pageant fans, pageant lovers, and they're here, sometimes they just gonna like text me directly, like, can we leave? We want to see you. Can we take pictures together? Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, sure. If I have free time, then yeah, because I'm here not for holiday, you guys. I'm here for work these days. So, yeah.
And I was thinking, because you still do modeling, right? Like you said, you're freelance modeling. You also done modeling for this competition. So many pictures, so many guys were taking pictures from different brands, different magazines. Do you feel stressed when there's like photographers next to taking pictures and then couldn't tell you? You have to be here for 10 hours, for example, because being a model is a tough job. I saw some videos and it's like not just for 2 hours. The photo shooting just for one final picture takes maybe 8 or 10 hours. There is like videographers, camera guys taking pictures and videos of you. How do you feel when this kind of situation happens?
I kind of enjoy it nowadays. I used to be like so nervous, and well, the more my confidence built, the more I enjoy doing it. And then there was actually one photo shoot that was very scary. Well, not just one, actually two. Like the other one is like in the cave in Uluwatu. Forgot the name. Like we have to walk down those stairs near single fin, and there is like big rocks. The wave was thick.
Oh, yeah.
And I wasn't supposed to be there because I can't swim.
Seriously? If I put you to this role and they don't know we cannot sing.
And I was like, oh no, I hope the picture turns out great. And I'm so relieved after that. Wow, the picture looks good. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I'm sure everybody come there, like, they climb those stairs, go down those stairs as well. Like, they don't want to get bad pictures, right?
Yeah.
So it was just like the challenge that I feel that time. After the photo shoot, I didn't think, what am I doing? I mean, not during the photo shoot, during the wave, the surf brace came. I was like, I think I'm gonna be safe. Like, I think it's fine. But after that, I was overthinking that, does it look good? Does it look good? Or we're just work for nothing today? And I was like, no, don't worry. It was good. It was good. And after that, I told him, like, actually, I can't swim. And I was like, no way. How come you're so brave to go there? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. There was one video of that in my Instagram. It was so funny after I look at it. It was so funny because we got good pictures. It won't be funny if we don't get into pictures, right? So, yeah.
Many people, they have a lack of confidence, right? These days, women, men, children, whoever it is. But talking about a women, because we have you here as a guest, what could help women these days to become more confident? Let's talk about women in between the age of 20 to 45. This is like the more people that are already working, being under big pressure, of whether it's coming from the work or from the job or from the boss's business, whatever.
Well, confidence is needed on not just for being on the stage, right? It's needed for a daily basis. It's if you don't feel confident, like, nobody gonna see you. So, and your life is not. It's about yourself.
I see.
First thing first, you gotta think that, okay, this is my life, this is my work, this is what we're gonna do, and I have to be confident for it. Like, I can't really tell you, like, you have to be confident. No, it's something that it will be built under some certain of process. It cannot be just made in one day, like, oh, today I don't feel confident, and then tomorrow all of a sudden I feel confident. It's not that fast. It's not as easy as we thought it could be. But sometimes you just gotta, like, put a little motivations. And sometimes you just gotta feel like it's okay if you feel so draining today. And then just enjoy your easy day today. And then tomorrow, tomorrow you gotta make sure that you gotta start it again. So for being confident, for me, that's how I do it. Like, sometimes I feel draining too. Sometimes I feel like I don't look pretty. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to meet people. It's okay, but it doesn't mean like you don't have any confidence at all. It's just maybe you feel draining, you feel tired, you feel zero energy, but your confidence is right. And everybody have their own confidence. You just gotta show it and build it. It's about you. It's your body. It's your life. It's yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be also authentic. You cannot play stability. I can feel from their authentic right now, also on the pictures, everybody. For sure, you have to sometimes show like really strong face in a nicer picture. But what I see, you see the difference, like that's why I'm happy we're having this discussion, because when you see somebody famous, people already follow this guy. For example, some businessman has like few millions of followers on social medias, and that people think like, oh, he's so arrogant. Like when I see the way he's explaining his moves on the stage or something like this, he's so arrogant. But there could be like, it's a small balance in between, like, is this person really good, or he's really like a bad person in his real life, not just on the stage, you know? So I'm happy that you are authentic, you are really confident. And like you said, it's okay to be sometimes emotionally like, I don't want to do anything today. But what happens, people don't understand the feelings. Even me, like, I have a big goals, big visions like this podcast. And to be honest, one day I wake up, I don't know whether it's coming because of the constellation and there is a strong FOMO, like people say, but I feel down, like, oh God, like, I don't want to do anything. I think, like, I don't see followers are coming, like, I want to quit. But then you have to stop for yourself, and there is something like, hey, man, you know, like you have a big vision. It's okay, be like this, but don't be like this forever.
Yeah.
This is your vision. This is your mission, you know? We just keep going.
Yeah, and keep going. And it's okay for being draining for 1 day or 2 days even, but not enjoying it, you know? Like you gotta start again. You gotta remember your goals again. Like what do you want to be?
What do you want to be? What are your goals, if I may ask?
Well, I just want to have like a balanced, good life, happiness, easy life, not very stressful, calming. I think that's all my goals for now. Like maybe last year or 5 years ago is different, but today that's my goals. Like I just want to be to live a calm life, to live a good life, enjoying everything here in Bali, even though I'm doing work. But yeah, that's my goals for now. I don't really have a specific goals for now, actually.
Like making $1 million a year, like people put these goals in their life.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Put a big visual board in no.
But I don't think I have that kind of more money goals or something like that. But I'm gonna launch my brand soon because yeah, I have my own brand and I have another brand again for cosmetics. So I will give you the updates later, probably in January. And that's also one of my goals, like to be successful in whatever I do right now. Like,
So from a model, you're gonna become a business woman.
well, because I'm not gonna be a model forever, right?
That's the biggest fear, I think, of the people getting older, you know, these days.
And I am Miss Intercontinental 2023, but years by years, this thing would be fade away, right? And I'm not planning to be like a huge Hollywood star or something like that. No, I'm just want to be bellies. Yeah.
But it's really nice because you're actually the first person that won this kind of competition because, you know, this kind of competition, you have Miss Universe and Misses in every country. And I used to watch them when I was a kid or whatsoever. And I never thought that one day I will have a chance to talk to somebody like, and it's been my honor. And I'm so excited for it.
It's my art. It's my first podcast.
Oh, yeah, Professor on, thank you so much. I thought that you already made a lot of interviews.
I used to be like, well, in Instagram interview, yeah, but in this proper podcast, because sometimes I'm a bit afraid of the questions. Yeah, and sometimes people use it to make it viral and make it like against me sometimes. So I'm just trying to avoid that. But when you text me, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to give a chance on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, the social medias, people just use like, I see people building their brands on social media. They're literally just following somebody and asking them for interview or they do just some crazy stuff and it becomes viral. But I'm asking myself, like, the people who are making this content, is it really coming from their heart? Or is it just because of the numbers, you know?
Yeah.
And it also took me long time, which is we evolve, we're not the same. If you want to be the same, we can be the same until we die. But the best advice would be like to evolve, you know? Like we said, we want to have your own business and I'm so excited what it's going to be. We know it's going to be cosmetic, so.
Bikini too. Like, yeah. So it's ongoing. Like, it's very good, like for the sales and everything. So I jumped, because this cosmetic was my dream 4 years ago, actually.
How did it happen?
Now I started again. Because 4 years ago, I went down financially because of my friends, which is, well, I already passed that. But those kind of disappointment. But sometimes I'm an ambitious person too. Like when I still remember there's one goal that I haven't achieved, I'm going to achieve. So yeah, I have chance now. And I have the chance now, so I do it again. And it'll be launched, supposed to be this month, but you know, during Christmas, there'll be a lot of, yeah, it's a lot of, because the factory is not just for one brand, they do several brands, and so they say that'll be January for me to launch my products. So yeah.
I'm excited to see them, see those products.
You can wear the lipstick if you want.
I can try. It was like the lipstick that kills the bacteria on the lips, not the red one.
It's like the colored one. It's red, peach, and
Okay, I'm gonna.
you can use it for blush too. It's like the lipstick, the lip cream. We can use it for your lips. Sometimes we can use it.
Many people, many women have this kind of drugs all over the world. Do you think for you, it's gonna be much easier to sell those products to the people compared to the other one? Like, for example, I have no expertise about cosmetics, but I have a vision to start a cosmetic brand. Like talking about the same products, lipsticks and mascaras, whatsoever. Do you think it's gonna be much easier for you to sell those products to potential customers because of you want competition, or it's gonna be the same level and you're literally starting from zero?
Well, I think so. I have to be optimistic because my followers are very consumptive. They're women. They love cosmetics. And most of even the men that follows me, some of them are gay guys. Most of them are pageant fans. So they love cosmetics so much. They put on makeup. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be much easier for me to do it other than other people that start from zero.
Yeah.
But I don't say like the other people that start from zero wouldn't be successful in selling cosmetics as well. But they could. They can do collaborations with someone else. They can launch the products, collaboration with famous beauty influencer or beauty reviewers or a magazine or something like that. Like there's a lot of way, right?
Talking about beauty, talking about the cosmetics, I think this question would be nice. What are the standards for having a beautiful woman these days? Like, I see people wearing makeups, every single day. You made they look beautiful without makeup, and they sometimes it looks like they want to cover their authenticity, authentic face. And the second one is what I see, especially when I go to the gym. I ask you if the same question before this interview. I go to gym. Some of the women, they look much bigger than men, talking about the muscles. Do you think it's normal that it's changed? Like when I was like teenager, I saw pure beauty of women like you. They're doing nicely. They were, for sure, it's okay to go to the gym because we want to be nice. Yeah. But being really big, I'm trying to explain that if you are an athlete, you do it like professional, I would say it's normal.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it in the way like, oh, I want to be beautiful because maybe man's going to like me. But if it's too much, in my personal perspective, I'm going to say like, well, where is the women power? I feel like there is only men's side in you,
In my opinion, it's okay if you're big or small or having surgeries, injections or anything. Like, as we talked about confidence before, that's how they build their own confidence, just to be something that they wanted to be. So maybe in my eyes, like, or your eyes or some other people's eyes, it doesn't look as attractive, but who knows, they do it for themselves. They do it to, when they look in the mirror, oh, I look good like this, because they want it to be like that. And some other women put makeup, not because they want to look attractive in front of the guys, in front of the men, but because they want to see themselves in the mirror like, oh, I look good, I look beautiful. And sometimes when we got a compliment from another woman, oh my God, I love your makeup, we'll be like, oh, that's a big achievement, something like that, yeah. So for me, in my opinion, it's totally normal it's not, they don't lose their femininity, but they trying to gain their confidence. They've been confident in their own body like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they have injections or try to make their body big or look small or anything, it's their own way to build up their own confidence.
That's funny because I also have like a lot of confidence, so I didn't do didn't go for a gym and play like some karate also to become more bigger, and maybe some women gonna love me because I'm big. But what I learned so far, because I study sometimes I study personal development on a daily basis. I took some courses about self-confidence, and he said like he doesn't give you the opinion like go and do some surgery, go and take pills of protein to become a bigger or be a nicer or put makeup on your face. First, you have to start within yourself from the inside. Like, what makes you don't trust yourself? What makes you not yourself, or how is it? And then when you understand, it helps you to find yourself without even going out and looking for some surgery or something like this. But what I understand, thanks to as well, right now, like if there is no other way, it's okay. But what I see, you have to be yourself. Because I see those women would already be look beautiful, like even they improve their chest or maybe just did some correction for the lips or eyes, whatever, like with the injection. But sometimes there is step like if you overpass this step, you're gonna be much worse than you were before.
Because that's how they find themselves. Like that's how they see themselves. That's how they see themselves in the mirror. Oh, I look beautiful like this. Sometimes maybe the other person feel like, oh, it's not enough. My filler is not enough. I need to do this more again. I need to do this again and again and again. But some other people do it because that's how they feel confidence. That's the way they find their own confidence. And some other people that doing the gym, maybe they do competitions as well. Yeah, they're athletes or something like that. So for me, I think it's totally fine. And they don't lose their femininity because of that. Because beauty standard is diverse.
Yeah.
Right? Like for me, that person looks beautiful, but for you, that person doesn't look beautiful. It's totally different sometimes, right?
I see. Because when I'm just talking in the mind of the other people, when they see something, they might think like I thought about it right now. But if they change the think, like, what if you look at on this kind of women from the other perspective, like you're saying, then you might change your mindset, respect them, accept them. But the other thing is, these women, they look like their ego is so high. You know, they don't even smile. Like, they don't even want to say hello. Usually, even though I see people just like, hi, even though we never met before, but it's just like, we're in Bali. Why we should supposed to be like poker face? And we see this kind of people, women, men, always like this. Because I'm big as a man. I'm a big man. You are nothing.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I saw that as
You might listen, see?
oh, well, sometimes when I see that, I'm just going to walk past.
Yeah, me too, actually. Why should I start talking to this kind of people? Is their life?
Yeah.
I don't know what they coming to. Maybe they have traumas or whatsoever.
Sometimes also, for me, sometimes I don't say hi to people as well. But you know what? Because I feel shy. Sometimes I feel shy to other people. Like, if they don't say hi first, I'll be like, just like pretending not to see them.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel shy. I feel sometimes I'm scared of the feedback. They're not going to say hi back. Maybe that's what other people also think. Maybe the language differences, the language barrier. Sometimes they say hi, but they are afraid if the person will continue the conversation in English. Sometimes. Not everybody speaks English, right? Especially we're in Bali. There's a lot of languages in Indonesia. And, well, in Bali, there are many Westerners, people from everywhere, foreigners everywhere, and not all of them speak English fluently, right? So maybe sometimes they're afraid to continue the conversation in English. Like nobody wants to be the person that look dumb, right? Right? So maybe they're afraid of the feedback that will come back after they say hi. That's in my opinion, because sometimes I'm afraid to say hi to other people first because I feel shy sometimes. Like, I'm just kind of pretending like I don't see that person.
It's like the Indonesian island. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My dad is from Java. And every time we went back to his village, I have to walk like this in front of the elder people. I still don't understand why, but, the culture. Just gotta respect it and do it whenever if you're in Java or you're in Bali, you just gotta respect the culture, right? That, you know, so just do it without even questioning it.
That's the first time I heard somebody saying like, I'm not gonna say hi first, or like, I'm gonna hide myself because of I'm being shy. You're fine about it, to be honest. It's kind of, maybe that could be the reason, but since I have the answer from you, I'm gonna test. I'm gonna do, because usually I'm the first one to say like hi. I go to Pepito here in Bali and I see somebody, even the people working there like, hello, apa kabar, you know, like this kind of basic conversation, and then just go. Unless I meet somebody like you and we can create some kind of conversation and maybe we can become friends, you know? So it's really, it depends basically.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that's me. I'm just gonna like trying to pretend that I don't see that person, and that's it. That's why.
I have a question. What was your biggest challenge in your life?
To overcome with the traumas, the bully and everything, and then the trauma that happened 3 years ago. Also, like it was nasty, crazy.
Do you want to share it or just like don't talk about it?
It was some kind of abusive situations, but it's okay now. Like some people turns into a beast when they don't want to, you know. Like he also have his own trauma, and then he didn't overcome it, and then it's affecting me after that. So that's how I see it. And I have my own ego too. I'm a woman. I talk with my mouth. Sometimes I don't talk with my brain when I'm angry. So that's how it happens. So even though he is wrong, but I might be wrong too, right?
Yep.
But, you know, it's just the situations that, okay, I just gotta overcome this situation's over again.
You know?
And that's why I went to these competitions. I don't know why. That's just myself, the way I do it. Like when I was in high school, I got bullied and I went to the high school contest. And then this time when I got abused or I went to it's kind of pattern. That's something that I didn't realize. But then I realized that's how myself trying to prove something. But now I still don't understand. Do I prove it to someone else or did I prove it for myself? But after that, I realized I gotta do it for myself because everyone won't always be happy for what you do, right? So I win the competitions. I became the first runner-up, but the winner went to another pageant, and I went to the Miss Intercontinental because the license holder, he has several pageant license.
Yep.
And even though I didn't win in the international competitions, but to see a lot of things, it's really opened my eyes, like the way people live there and different kind of personalities from the contestants. It's kind of make me learn again and again and remembering my past trauma. Those girls have their own thing too.
Yeah.
Until they become the way they are. So I was like, they could do it. So why can't I?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And it's my life. If I keep on enjoying grieving phase, it's okay. You can grieve. But if I keep enjoying it, when am I going to start my own life after that? Like, I don't want to be in the bottom all the time. Like, I want to be a bit way up high than the rock bottom, at least a minimum, right? So then I realized, even though I didn't win the competitions, it's totally okay, right? Then that's the time when I came to the realization that I don't need to prove anything to anyone anymore. I got prove it for myself because it's my life, like not my parents' life, not my friends' life. They don't live in my life.
You have to prove it to yourself, especially.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah.
It's usually coming from the ego. It's like, you did something wrong to me and I'm going to prove you like you lost me because what you did, you put like so much traumas and I'm going to heal myself if I'm going to win this competition and I'm going to have more confidence. But then what will happen?
Egos.
That's ego.
Yeah, that's ego. But, you know, there is no book that will say how to overcome your trauma, like specifically for your trauma, right? So you got to find that by yourself. And the way I did it from my ego speaking. My ego speaking, you need to do this to prove this. But until I got to at the point that I realized that, that was my ego. That wasn't my true self that want myself to heal. After winning the competitions, did I feel satisfied? Not really. Like, those traumas didn't got healed because I win the contest. That's what I'm trying to say. That trauma's still there. Even now. Sometimes I have a trust issues, but time will help you day by day. It will change. Like, there must be a way. There's always be a way every single day. I believe that you crossing paths with someone or meet someone, sometimes they show you something for you to get healed. Or sometimes there'll be a lesson for something else. Like, there's a lot of reason for that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we have a lot of traumas, like especially from childhood. I see many people, because I'm also a member of the other group. Sometimes you see on social media, on Instagram, like somebody's talking about how to heal the trauma of the finances or whatever, and then you see it's coming from my parents because I didn't have money. I wanted to have this book and they couldn't buy it. They couldn't afford, and then it's like you have a bad relationship with money. And this guy, it happened only one time, or it was like in some period of time, like it happened for a long time?
It happens for quite a while during a relationship.
Did you forgive him for this?
I didn't forget him because if I want to get healed, I need to forgive. Doesn't mean you forget it, but doesn't mean you cannot forget you have some kind of hatred. No, It's okay to remember something. It's a lesson for your life.
Yeah.
And I'm not perfect either. Maybe in his point of view, the way I speak, the way I talk, when I was angry, it's different. And in my point of view, the way he do everything when he talk or being abusive, it was wrong. So there are two different kind of perspective. So I forgive him because not because he's saying sorry, but I forgive him for myself. Because hatred won't bring you anywhere. If you cannot forgive that person, those kind of hatred will be there forever.
Then you can have some healthy problems, especially in the gut areas.
And also it will affect another people that will live with you one day. It will affect your parents. It will affect your family. It will affect your friends. They don't do anything wrong with you, but because of your hatred, you're not forgiving that person, it will affect your own life. So you gotta forgive those people just for yourself. I know it's very hard. It's very easy to tell, but it's very hard to forgive a person. But as a start, you just try to forgive for yourself, not for someone else. Yeah. So doesn't mean you gotta forget it. No, you can't just forget all the memories like in 1 second, one click like that. No, but as a start to forgive people, to heal yourself.
So it's like forgive, heal, and accept. I would also add because you don't want to live with these traumas because it could affect especially our other generation, the children, right?
Yeah, and those people that was abusive, they have their own past too. We never know. We never know because they're afraid to talk, and then it's kind of building hatred in themselves. And it's affecting you after that.
Yes.
It's affecting the other people after that because not everyone can say nice when they're angry, right? When I'm angry, I'm just going to say whatever I could to make myself feel better. I'm human.
Yeah.
Right? So that person that also has trauma that we never know what kind of trauma that he's dealing with or problems. Because sometimes men doesn't talk. Like, they don't really want to talk.
Sometimes they never want to share. Talking about previous generation. Right now, they're starting to talk finally because they realize they have to do some personal development on themselves if they want to become really man. I see a lot of man courses. I joined one here in Bali that's called like Bali. It's a really nice circle. And we share what we're facing. Oh my God, I have goosebumps right now. And I was almost crying when I was sharing my story. You know what was funny? we were like divided to the other groups because there was like 50 to 60 people. And we were sharing almost the same story. We're just coming from the relationships, the family, with our parents, whatsoever. And it helped. After I realized what I was facing, trust me, I felt much better.
Sometimes some man doesn't really say anything about their problems and they're expecting us to understand. But in the other perspective, in the other way, men also think the same, like something that you can just read my mind. But you know, that's the thing. Communicate everything. Not to everyone, but you can just have someone like a partner that you trust to share a problem with, you know. Maybe because sometimes they stare about the feedback. They will think like, oh, maybe she will think I'm a burden, or he doesn't feel like a man. You know, sometimes men have that kind of in my point of view. Like if they share their problems, it feels like they're not
enough. They're like weak.
Yeah, they look weak or something. But it's not. You can share it, like especially when it's your partner, like, and because it's like if you keep on like not sharing your problem, you're never gonna know. Maybe someone have the way to solve it.
Yep.
Yeah. So like problems after problems after problems after problems, and this other person doesn't understand that you have this kind of problems, and then it build up your anger and hatred from the past. You started to blame your past instead of being grateful for it, and it's just like it just burst, just blow up. So yeah, that's how I see it.
It looks like you read so many books about personal development. Have you ever studied some online courses or did
Not yet. I read about one book, how to something with narcissistic, like surrounded by narcissistic. But I cried, so I stopped. Then I realized I'm not healed yet. I don't want to make the situation worse. I'm gonna stop this book for now because it's very real for what I have in my life, and I already realized that. So I stopped the book until I will feel better. But for personal development, not yet. For like this kind of classes, maybe one day if I feel I need it, because it's always good for investing for knowledge and skills, right?
But you have to make sure you choose the right one, because these days there are already a lot of courses like telling me you're gonna be more in self-love with yourself, like 100% before actually start the course, and you can be either on the same page or gonna be like literally different person.
Sometimes I found like weird personal development classes too in Instagram, but I forgot the name. It's just weird to me, to be honest. So I was just like, oh, maybe it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like those kind of more like sexuality thing.
Yeah, like
I just feel it's kind of weird when you name any personal development, but it's more into your sexual stuff. So it's just like I saw it on the advertisement, just Instagram, because I was Googling about how to become a virtual personal assistant, how to make money online, and then I Googled those kind of stuff before, and it came out this advertisement, and it's more like a sexuality stuff instead of personal development. But maybe I saw the wrong class. So, well, I didn't join. I didn't join it because the video was awkward, like so weird. So yeah.
I have a nice question. What advice would you give to young women, young girls, women also in our age, who look up to you?
My advice is just try to explore a lot of things anything that is positive, to find your way, because you won't know. Like for myself, I never know then who I want to become one day when I was a kid. Like, of course, kids have their own ambitions. They want to be a doctor. They want to be this. But is that really something that you want? Like, on your journey, you will find a lot of things. So you gotta explore a lot of things too, positive activities, and you gotta find out that what she wants to become one day. And after that, you can concentrate and catch your goals, catch your own ambitions. Just go for it. Just go for it. Just do it.
What's your one dream that is impossible for you right now to reach in?
I don't feel anything impossible because I'm ambitious, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it's not being egoistic. How do you say it? Like, it's not gonna do, or I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reach it. Like, I do everything. I don't care about someone else now. But I'm being ambitious in a good way. Like, to reach my goals, to push myself up to reach whatever I want in order to make myself live in a good life and a balanced life. And because it's my life. Like, yeah. Your parents, your society also help you to build who you are today. But, you know, those kind of dreams are not impossible. Your ambition is your ambition. So as long as you go for it, you find a way to do it, then you're going to reach it. Nothing is impossible. Maybe fly by myself because I don't have wings. That will be impossible. But it might be possible one day if someone makes an engine like how do you call it? The bash? Yeah, and wings. It also could be possible.
Yeah.
Plane was impossible for many years ago before they discovered it, right? And lights was impossible many years ago. So I believe there is nothing impossible as long as you go for it. And you find a way to do it. Not just like, okay, I know my ambition, but you don't find a way to reach that, then it will become impossible. But nothing is impossible.
Yeah. And how do you find your goals? You got like inspiration from somebody on social media, it's like, oh, this is a famous model. She won some competition and she started her own cosmetic company and she became famous.
Because I like lipstick. Like, sometimes I buy lipstick.
So there's a story behind those, right? Okay.
I like wearing bikinis. I like wearing I like using lipsticks, the cosmetics. Like, if you will ask me which cosmetic that I will choose only one to put in my bag, that will be lip cream or lipsticks. Because you can use it as a blush. Sorry, you don't know this. You can use it as a blush. You can use it as an eyeshadow to make yourself doesn't look that pale, like say, or something like that. So I buy lots of lipsticks because sometimes I just like the colors. And then my friends sometimes, they ask, like, what's the difference between this color and this color? It looks the same. And I was like, no, it's totally different. It's totally different. So that was the story behind this goal. But in general, to know your goals is by exploring things, exploring the positive things that you want to do. And then, oh, I'm enjoying to do this. And then you're gonna concentrate to it. That's how you find your goals in general. Yeah.
We are almost at the end of our interview. My last question could be, what message would you give to people all over the world? I don't know if you've ever been asked this question, but here you go.
Well, I'm not that very successful either. I'm just a human that has a privilege to win the competitions. Of course, I reach it. I work for it. But my advice for every people in general, if you have a dream, then don't let it just be a dream. You gotta wake up and run for it, reach it. And you're gonna live your dream one day. So that's my message for all of the people.
This was our another episode. I hope you liked watching it. I hope you found the inspiration that we were looking for. So, this is not the last episode we're gonna make. There will be more episodes coming soon. So if you are still looking for a motivation, inspiration, you would like to spread the idea of motivation and inspiration to the other people, you want to support your family, feel free to subscribe our channel, give us some comments, recommendations, feedbacks, and if you have any idea for somebody who is so special, send us the information about these people and later on we can record the podcast for you. So until next time, see you soon and stay safe.